For almost 2 years, the left has been resisting Donald Trump, yet he has stubbornly refused to stop being this country's democratically elected president. Unable to topple him from power by impeachment, arrest, harassment, or any other means so far, the left has not given up. They've just become angrier, by this point totally distorted by their rage. So mad that the usual epithets have lost their power from overuse. Nobody calls Trump a sexist anymore, or even a bigot. That is too kind. He's Mussolini, Stalin, Hitler, maybe all three of them combined, plus Jeffrey Dahmer and John Wayne Gacy. No, wait, that's not bad enough. He is a maniacal Roman emperor who murdered his own mother and burned his capital down. That sounds about right.
Trump is literally Nero while the West burns.
He's not well. That's the bottom line, that the president of the United States is completely unhinged and getting worse by the day.
The people we saw the other evening at that rally, if that's his base, it's deranged.
What we are watching in the Trump presidency is worse than Watergate.
Did you hear that? Worse than Watergate, says the man who hasn't worked since Watergate. Yes, it is that bad. The left wants Trump gone tonight, but for some unfathomable reason, he is still in the White House. You can imagine how frustrating that must be. So frustrating that progressives have shifted the focus of their anger from the president to the United States itself. Our country, they tell us, must be bulldozed to bedrock and rebuilt according to revolutionary principles approved by the undergraduate faculty at Oberlin College and, of course, by consensus on Twitter. Step one is inviting every poor person on planet Earth to move here tomorrow to go on federal benefits at your expense. Anything less than that is racism. Watch Angela Rye explain as much on CNN.
This procedure is absolutely based on bigotry and fear-mongering. If you don't understand that your president announced his campaign by talking about building a wall to keep
your
president keeping not mine. I will never claim a bigot ever. I wish I could tell you where from Africa my ancestors came from, at least part of them, but I wouldn't know because the same bigots who are sending people back away from their children are the ones who brought my ancestors here on a ship.
Then where?
Congratulations.
I mean,
So, if you listen carefully, you just learned that enforcing federal law is now exactly the same as slavery. That's what CNN is telling us. You may not believe that, but it is suddenly orthodoxy on the left. In New York State, for example, Zephyr Teachout promises that if elected attorney general in this fall's election, she will start throwing ICE agents in prison.
ICE has to be abolished. And I say that as somebody who's running for one of the top law enforcement jobs in the country. And as Attorney General, I will continue to speak out against ICE. I will prosecute ICE for their criminal acts.
In other words, those who enforce the law are the real criminals, just like illegal aliens are the real Americans. And the citizens who work hard, get married, and raise their own kids are the ones who should be ashamed of themselves. War is peace. Freedom is slavery. Ignorance is strength. Orwell saw it all 70 years ago. Suddenly, we are living it in real time.